Hello, beautiful women. I hope you're having a really beautiful week so far. And I'm really excited to come to you today virtually. I wanted to share one last piece in the theme of this month that I didn't get to on our group session last week. So I decided to come to you virtually to teach it. And of course, if there's questions, you're more than welcome. Email me, we can explore together. So as you know, our theme this month has really been about creating roots for yourself. It's been about creating roots through practice, through self-care, through devotion to self, to time, to creating time and space to connect into your sacred temple, to connect into your body, your breath, your beauty, your essence. And knowing that this foundation is what's going to carve the path for you. It's what's going to help enliven and open everything you want to create from here on out. So, one piece that is really key in this practices this month is to actually bring the devotion, your practice into a physical space in a physical form. Now, I know many of you are already doing that. So all the practices themselves are doing that. What I mean by this is the last piece that I want to teach you virtually here is about creating sacred space for your practices, really. Yes, I was going to say something else, but no, for your practices to really thrive. We need, as women and men, and now we're in the context of women though, we need a sacred space. You need the sacred space to be able to come home to be able to come back to. And so what I want to invite as the last practice here for this month, and of course there's always more, is for each one of you to create your own sacred space. What I mean by that is it can be a small corner of your room. It can be a part of your bedroom. It could be a part of your living room, and it doesn't have to be big. I'm going to show you mine in a few minutes. And you can imagine it's like a sacred altar. It's a sacred container that you come back to daily that reconnects you back to yourself. When I say altar too, I just want to define what I mean by that. I don't mean that in a religious sense. What I mean by it is that it's this altar, this space that is sacred for you, that connects you back to yourself. So whatever you put in this space, and it can honestly be a very small cube, a very small space, what you put in this space you want to have be pictures, objects, writings, that when you look at them, when you look at these objects, the physicalization of these objects, because they're in real time, that when you connect to these pieces, that they connect you to yourself. That when you come back to this space, you feel back in your center. So life is dynamic, right? And there's lots happening. And there are going to be weeks in the cycle, and we're going to get to this next month. There's going to be weeks in the cycle where you feel more in the flow. And there's going to be weeks where you feel more, maybe not as much in the flow. Maybe everything feels like, this is crazy, what am I doing? This space, in honoring all experiences, this space is an opportunity to, when you see it, when you feel it, when you come into it, it plugs you back in. You reconnect to your root. You reconnect to your core, your center. It reminds you of your essential self. It takes you out of the story of life, the story that you're not good enough, that you suck, that life sucks, whatever the story is. And it brings you back to, oh yeah, I'm lovable right now. Or, oh yeah, here I am, and I'm enough, and I'm beautiful, and I'm worthy, and I'm valuable. So that's the space that I want each one of you to create. And what I'd like for you to create is, so between now and Monday, and I know it's a somewhat short period of time, it's about a week, a little less than that, is I'd love for you to create your own corner, your own space, that when you come to it, it plugs you back in. And since we spoke so much about meditation, I shared a lot about meditation in that practice last time, what I also envision this space to be for you is that when you come to it, it's a daily place to meditate. So for me, for example, when I come to my altar space every day, this is where I meditate, that it plugs me into myself in that meditation. You don't have to meditate in front of it. You can meditate, you know, there's lots of different ways to meditate. We talked about this last week. And it's a really great place to, as much as you can, to, even if it's a couple breaths, closing your eyes, coming in, plugging into your sacred space. It really physicalizes and roots the practice. So, because I just figured out, I filmed a whole video prior to this, and then I figured out that I'm not able to flip the video, and I want to be able to flip the video and show you my altar spaces. I'm going to have 2 videos here. So I'm going to complete this one for now. I'll write the instructions in the email, and just so you have a sense of it, between now and Monday, I want for each of you to create your own mini sacred space that feels alive and connected for you. All right. Lots of love. I'm going to send you another video with the altar.